Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
I'm the perfect example of what you get. You can't expect something. You can't expect respect if you don't give it first. I'll let you go and I'll be out of my way.
You are gonna find out the hardest way you know. Okay. And you're gonna lose your job. Okay. And you're gonna be invested by the FBI.
Okay, very good.
You're acting like a tyrant yourself.
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't be a tyrant.
In this building.
Well, if you
Yeah.
I'm not going to come until the owner...
Hey, do you know the First Amendment?
Committing crime.
You know the First Amendment?
I think you know it better than I do.
I do. Can you state it?
Yep, you're under arrest.
No.
What are you wanting?
I need to inspect government records regardless of physical form or characteristics.
Thanks for coming in. Sorry about all the lovey-dovey stuff, guys. I'm just like super in love now, so. We're going for the #1 crown for the cutest couple on YouTube.
Luckily, my wife was released on her own regardless, no R bond.
Come on, guys. Auditing America. I'm out with Reaper. His son's right here. We're doing a First Amendment audit. Jacksonville Tax Collector's Office. We're gonna see if they respect our First Amendment. Share, like, and subscribe. Excuse me, sir.
Can I ask why I'm not being recorded?
Can I ask your name and your position in the government?
For what? I mean, why are you recording me?
You swore to protect our Constitution, right? When you joined the military?
Uh-huh.
What's our First Amendment right?
Well, I mean, that didn't answer my question. You're gonna answer my question.
It's just a quick question. It's about your job.
Mine was just a question.
But I have a more important one.
How can you compare?
Because
You're in uniform.
because we're talking.
You're in uniform,
I am.
A, right? And B, the reason we're not going to answer automatically is because to divulge that type of information isn't necessarily called for. We're working on a story, and to give away the intent of our story before it's actually published could.
Hello there, welcome everybody. Here's some interesting footage, compliments of Frauditor Ram got this out. Anyway, it's typical Asselmo spin on everything, Frauditor handbook, soliciting a trespass, which didn't happen and doesn't happen, resisting initially, and so on and so forth. And then as we get deeper into the video, after we listen to Asselmo's mouth run non-stop for, well, throughout the entire time, which is a long ass video, but what little bit I'm gonna cover here, 20 minutes. Develops a relationship with the arresting officer, and yeah, before you know it, these guys are chumming up to slam a pint. So now the second Frauditor, whatever his name is, something Reaper, Indiana Jones wannabe looking guy who brings his son along for an education. Really?
Thank you. 2.5 hour wait. I don't
Beauty.
You gotta remind them. How you doing, officer?
Hold on.
Can I have your name back? I'm the supervisor.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on, sir, so if you want to hold on a second, then I'll talk to you.
I'm the supervisor.
Yes,
on
ma'am.
that ticket. This gentleman, and that gentleman are refusing to put on a mask, refusing to leave because they won't put on a mask, and they're trying to convince my customers to take off their masks.
No, we're freely speaking, okay? We explained to her that
Hold on a
there's
second.
exceptions to the rule.
Hold on a second. I will talk to you. What would you like me to do?
We need them out of here.
Would you like them trespassed?
Why? We've done nothing wrong.
If
This is a
let
public
me get
place.
Mr. Love on the phone. I'll get a final decision, but we do want.
Listen, man. You can't just solicit a trespass.
And it's a public area,
It's a
so you
public
have to have
area.
a crime
You just broke your policy, okay? You can't do that. So
You have to have a
I need you to step outside.
No.
Yes.
why have we done
There needs to be a crime.
I want to talk to y'all outside, away from all of these people, so we
Issue me
can.
an official trespass on paper.
I need y'all to step outside with
Issue
me.
me an official trespass.
Sir, why would you want to? Why did you solicit a trespass? That's my question.
Okay.
Why would you can't solicit a trespass, bro? You just solicited a trespass.
I asked her what she wanted.
No, you can't say, do you want them trespassing? You can't use that line. We're in a public place. We've done nothing wrong.
We have moved beyond that. We don't have any grounds to trespass.
I do. This is a public property, and I can trespass you from
You need
it.
a crime to trespass someone from public property, sir. You're an officer and you don't understand.
I understand how to do my job very well. Thank you very much. I need y'all to step outside.
Issue me the trespass.
Sir, we've done nothing wrong.
X-ray 453. Start me another 35 or 2, please.
Sir, we've done nothing wrong.
10-4, you need to be mobile 35 with the tax collector's office.
We're in a public area. You have to have a crime to trespass us.
I'm gonna wait for more officers to show up, and then we'll escort you out of the building.
Why do you want to do that? Let me
Do
speak.
you have a supervisor coming?
I can have one come.
Please. I need a supervisor with your other officers.
Let me talk for a second.
X-ray 453. Can you also start me a supervisor, please?
My friend, why did you request did you solicit a trespass?
I didn't solicit
Yes, you
anything.
did. You said, would you like to have them trespass? You can't do that, sir. We've done nothing wrong.
They would like them trespassed, and they're refusing to leave the building.
We've done nothing wrong. We're conducting business. But sir, we're conducting
There's been
business.
no crime.
Sir, why? Please don't touch me.
Step outside.
Sir, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I have that back.
What are you doing, bro?
I've given you
I've done
lawful
nothing.
orders.
Okay, but I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing
Put
wrong.
your phone down.
I've had back, sir.
I've done nothing.
Put your phone down.
Am I going to jail?
Put your phone down.
For what?
I've done nothing wrong, man.
My camera is down.
David, are you recording this? Thank you, buddy.
I've done nothing wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Right now, you're resisting.
Larry, that's fine. There is no lawful order. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
How old are you?
You gotta have a crime.
How old are
He's
you?
a minor, sir.
That's fine, and I'll put him in handcuffs too.
Sir, what have we done wrong? Am I going to jail?
Have a seat in my car.
I've done nothing wrong.
Have a seat. Put your foot in the car. Put your phone down and put your hands behind your back. Put your phone down and put your hands behind your back.
Fly with me.
Y'all are causing a scene for no reason.
You cannot criminalize a constitutionally protected act. It is a public business.
And they can still request to have you trespassed.
We'll talk to your supervisor when he gets here. I'm not inciting him right. It's just really contact. No, it is not. No, it is not.
Take a seat on the ground. Take a seat on your butt and cross your feet.
I know it is. It's the 11th Circuit Court. 11th Circuit Court has already said that this is the Constitution.
See, the kid read right out of the handbook. You know, he doesn't answer questions. Told the cop that he was it was an unlawful order. So, you know, the kid's got a little bit of it down, but his first audit, and he gets handcuffed and gets sat on his butt. Oh, son, what you'll have to learn if you continue down this path. I just can't imagine being raised that way. I just can't imagine it. Oh well, let's move on.
You've done nothing wrong.
They would like them trespass.
But he solicited a trespass. He can't.
It's a
We've done
public
nothing.
area.
We're
There's no crime.
But sir, we're conducting
There's
business.
been no crime.
Sir, why? Please don't touch me. Sir, what are you doing?
I back surgery, brother. I have had back surgery, brother. I've had back surgery, brother.
Put the camera. Put the camera down, man.
For what?
You're being detained. Put the camera down.
My camera is down, fool.
Put your hands behind your back.
Thank you, buddy.
642, give me 1051.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
You're detained because you got a lawful order to leave the business.
There is
and you
no
did not.
lawful order. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Well, if you keep resisting, it's resisting.
You gotta have a crime.
Okay, come back here.
Which this all comes down from our chain of command, but we can enforce the mask policy, but it has to come from an assistant chief. The problem is they're causing a disturbance in the business, starting with you, is what you're saying, and then causing a huge disturbance in a public business.
They basically disrespected us in uniform. They was telling us to take off our uniform. You know, we're not respecting the country.
They literally told her to take off her uniform.
So if y'all want, I don't know how crunched for time are y'all to get back to where you're trying to get to. We have a supervisor en route because of how sensitive this is with the mask.
What was going on in front of the base earlier today?
I have no idea.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
I seen him recording in front of the base today.
The same person?
In the red, yes. He was standing outside the base, parked to the side of the road recording earlier.
But due to the sensitivity of this, we have to have a supervisor respond before we make any enforcement action at this point.
And I don't even think that kid knew what he was doing at all.
When I told him to step back, he says, I answered to nobody. I'm not going to follow your direction. Like, all right, that's cool. Duly noted. I will take care of that.
Like, when they were in there, the guy in the red would go around videotaping everybody, and the other guy and the kid would just stand there by the window, and he would be talking straight to the kid the whole time. I think he was telling him what to do, but I'm not a genius or anything.
You said the one in the red with the red hoodie?
Was the more aggressive one.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. Yeah, if y'all want to stand by, we're just waiting for our sergeant to respond.
Thank you.
You need to stop it, because this is the problem that I had from the moment I walked inside the business, okay? From the moment I walked in, because I was called here by the tax collector's office, and as soon as I walk in the door, you're already yelling at me, you want my name and ID number, when I haven't even begun my investigation. Okay, just listen. You're still talking over while I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. From that point, and I told you I need you to stop, you just continued, okay? So we already have a problem with you not listening that well. So I was called here because of a disturbance that was being caused by you, the child, and the other.
We never caused a disturbance. We're just talking.
Okay. This is obviously the problem that I have. You're not listening to me.
Go ahead, sir.
First, I'm going to need your identification. Do you have it on you?
Yes.
Where is it at?
It's in my pocket.
Inside here?
Why am I being detained though?
Right now you're being detained because I gave you a lawful order to exit the building, and listen to me. Listen. You're talking, and I'm trying to tell you what the heck is going on. I gave you a lawful order to exit this business. You, the child, and him, and y'all refused, okay? I gave you several opportunities to walk out of this building under your own power. When I had my response with me, since you didn't want to do it under your own power, I removed you from this building. All right. Until I have a supervisor respond, I'm going to jail? Right now, you're being detained. That's all I can tell you. I have to have a supervisor. I have to have a supervisor make that decision, right? Listen.
Let me say something, please. I listened to you.
And I told you that you're being detained because you were resisting an officer.
No, but I never resisted anything, sir. I'm having a conversation.
Resisting is me giving you a lawful order, and you refuse to do it. It's Asselmo Morales. I gave you a lawful order to exit the building, and you refused to. That's resisting an officer without violence.
My intent is never to break the law, sir.
I don't know what your intent is because I don't know you.
I'm trying to explain to you, right?
Public area.
It's a public area. You just broke your policy, okay? You can't do that. So
you have to have.
I need you to step outside and talk.
How you doing, man? Hey, how's it going? You want to talk?
Sir, I don't know what I stepped into, man.
Yeah.
Like, I came up here to get my license changed. I had just moved and I need to put a new address on. We watch these auditing deals or whatever online. Me and my kids do.
Yeah.
and one of the guys was auditing, I guess, down in the NAS Jacks, and he was on there, and he needed to ride out of there to get out of there so that he wasn't causing trouble.
Right.
So I told my wife I'm going to go pick this guy up. We just met him today. I picked him up. We went to the house to get a picture with him because he has a big channel or whatever and stuff. And I said I got to go to the Monday. I'm coming down first thing to come and get my ID changed up. He asked if he could come along to do an audit, and I said no problem. It'd be cool. My son can watch, and we can videotape you doing an audit. That we
So that's your son. That's your son there too.
That we see done all the time. And this guy's channel seems to be respectful. He doesn't do this crazy, in-your-face stuff or whatever. So I brought my son down here to do this, man. I don't know what I stepped into, man.
Who confronted the military people here?
I'm sorry?
Did he confront the military people?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they started asking questions about why we were doing it, and because they asked the questions, I was just like, because it's a constitutionally protected right.
It's pretty disrespectful to say to them guys. I honestly
didn't.
I mean, the issue here
I've learned a huge lesson, man.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is look, we respect people's right to film.
I know you do.
Everybody has them. We film everything.
I audited 2 post offices here in Jacksonville a year ago.
Yeah.
And you guys came and did awesome.
Yeah,
I never in my life audited again.
Yeah.
Because I figured you guys that this doesn't happen in Jacksonville. You guys are straight.
I think the problem is you know, he wasn't. I don't know what your behavior was. I didn't ask the officers, but at least him, he wasn't being reasonable. You know, he wasn't being reasonable with the officers when they
couldn't get him to shut up to even let.
Yeah, the last thing they wanted to do was come out here and arrest somebody. They respect his right to film. In fact, they're probably all familiar with him. I know I'm familiar with him.
I was not expecting.
I've never seen him, but I mean, I'm familiar with some of the stuff that he's filmed. Right. But you know, no one wants to bother him. But you know, I think the other thing.
When you come off confrontational, you're going to get confrontational.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he would have just walked outside like he asked, so that they could de-escalate it, so they could figure out what was going on, we would have all been in a better place here. Because
I totally recognize where the issue was.
Yeah, I mean, so then once the officers put everybody in handcuffs and detain you in a car, then we're all kind of in a rough spot then, you know. So
my plead with you, sir, and I know you don't owe me jack, man,
sure,
but I know you guys deal with some people, man, and I know you probably deal with some people that do this type of stuff and just don't have any respect for you guys or anything.
Yeah,
brother, I was not expecting this.
Yeah,
if I lose my job tomorrow, I'm going to be in a real hanger. I got 5 kids, and I know I'm pleading a story, and you hear this all the time. I did not come out here looking to break the law.
Yeah,
I did not come out here to do something. I'm asking for a little bit of discretion. If you ever see me at a place causing something like this, or filming, or trying you guys again, if you ever see me doing this, throw the book at me. I'm asking you, brother.
Yeah, there you go. A true activist. Die-hard activist. You ever see me doing this again, you can throw the book at me. Well, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. If I ever do it again, you can ground me for the rest of the school year. I promise you I'll never do it again. For God's sakes, man. Grow some brass. You know, I don't like Asselmo, but man, are you like the epitome of, yeah, okay, I won't even say the word. What a wuss. Alright. Absolutely crazy how he just twists everything. I mean, he was Mr. Joe Aggressive, I'm standing my ground. What happened to that guy? Where'd he go? He's sitting in the back of a cop car with handcuffs on. Wow. And like he said to the cop, I know you're used to hearing people plead to you, but I'm pleading to you. Well, stay at home next time, pal. Why don't you take your kid out and play some catch with him? Maybe teach him how to throw a football or something. Not how to get his hands on the next Grand Theft Auto.
I don't care. You're talking about trespass. I've told you it's disorderly conduct.
And I was like, no,
right,
you didn't. I didn't even get that answer from you.
Because you wouldn't step outside to talk. You made me put my hands on you.
No, sir. If you'd have just answered
I said step outside. You're trying to. I'm not going to stand here back and forth with you in front of people trying to make a show.
I'm not trying to do that with you.
I'm not here for your Facebook Live entertainment.
I just wanted to know that if what you're asking me to do is a lawful order, and
Yes.
what crime it is that you were using. If I had heard you
I
say
asked you to step out and talk to me.
then I'd come out and I would have
Disorderly conduct is the crime.
And all I was asking you for was for validation. Now I can go back and forth on you about disorderly.
That's fine. I'm not. That's what I'm not doing.
Me being somewhere and
that's what I'm not doing.
Hold on. Me video recording and people being upset about that cannot be used as a disorderly.
Okay.
That cannot.
Okay.
It's constitutional.
You wanted validation, you got validation, all right. Cuffed in the back seat of a cop car, that's all the validation needed. You know, once again, you're wanting to argue this in a parking lot. It's done. You've been arrested. You feel so strongly about your little twist on trespass and solicitation of a trespass, then take it to court, win your case, move it on up, get it into the Supreme Court, get yourself some case law with your name attached to it. Yeah, buddy. That'd boost that YouTube channel. All right, then. That concludes part one. I had to break this into two videos. There's so much. The second part is more Asselmo coverage. Him in the back seat. The relationship he develops with this cop. It gets pretty interesting. Got to check it out. Part two is definitely more featured. Asselmo and his non-stop shtick and how it kind of draws in. He kind of reels this cop in onto his side. So I'm Frauditor Ram. Until next time, which hopefully will be soon to watch part two. I'll be gone.